Hello, amazing artists! Today, we're going to learn how to paint your very own Kusama-inspired pumpkin step by step. Before we start, we have to learn a bit about Yayoi Kusama. So, if you haven't watched it yet, here is a video where we explore about her life and art career that I recommend you to visit before we start this project. And if you have watched it, let's start with the tutorial. You're going to need some thick paper, a pencil for sketching, and any coloring material you want. In my case, I'm using acrylic paint and a black permanent marker, but you can use crayons, only markers, watercolors. Once we have all of our materials ready, let's start with our masterpieces. Step 1 is to sketch out the basic shape of our pumpkin. I'm going to start by drawing a big oval right in the middle of the page. I'm going to make sure I draw very light, just in case I make any mistakes, I can erase them. Once I have that big oval, that is also going to be the center of the pumpkin, I'm going to start by drawing the stem right on top. And from the stem, I'm going to be making half circles that go from the top of the pumpkin to the bottom of the pumpkin. Just like this. Great. Now we're ready to move on to the fun part, painting. In my case, I'm going to use acrylic paint, but as I said before, you can use any other coloring material you want, like color pencils, markers, crayons, watercolors. We are going to paint the entire pumpkin with a base color. Kusama often uses bright yellows or oranges, so you can pick one of those colors to start. I'm also painting the stem of our pumpkin with black. And here comes the fun part, adding Kusama's signature polka dots and patterns. Take your smaller, detailed brush and dip it into black paint. Kusama's pumpkins are often covered in large, even polka dots, so carefully start adding dots across the sections of the pumpkin. Some dots are big, some are small. Make it playful but neat. In my case, I use the paintbrush to paint the bigger circles, but then I'm gonna wait till it dries and I'm gonna use a permanent black marker to draw the smaller circles. Before you finish, take a step back and look at your pumpkin. Does it need more dots? Maybe a little more detail in the patterns? Now's the time to make those final touches. Once you're happy with your pumpkin, let it dry completely. Then we're going to cut it and paste it into a different paper to give our pumpkin a beautiful background. And voila! You just created your very own Yayoi Kusama-inspired pumpkin artwork. Isn't it neat? My first pumpkin was quite rounded and orange, but Kusama used different colors and shapes for her pumpkins, and you can too. Here is another version of it. This time it's a bit thinner and taller, and I used yellow as the base color. Did you know Yayoi Kusama started painting pumpkins when she was just a child living in Japan? She found them fascinating because of their quirky shapes and patterns, but what really makes her pumpkins special is how she covers them with bold polka dots, symbolizing her unique view of the world, where repetition and dots represent infinity and endless possibilities. Okay, for this yellow pumpkin, I'm going to use only a black marker to go through the outline of the pumpkin and to make the polka dots. Remember, I'm going to use different sizes of polka dots to make the pumpkin look with volume. You know, I really love this process of drawing the polka dots. I think it's both fun and calm at the same time. Do you know what I mean? And again, I'm gonna cut the pumpkin and I'm gonna paste it into a different color background. Choose any color you want. And then you're gonna have your masterpiece ready. And here we have our both artworks. I hope you had fun painting this Kusama-inspired pumpkin. Art is all about expressing yourself, and today we use Kusama's love of color, dots, and patterns to create something truly special. Don't forget to share your pumpkin paintings with me in the comments or tag me in social media. And as Yayoi Kusama says, with just one polka dot, nothing can be achieved. But with millions of dots, you can cover the whole world. So keep painting, keep creating, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!